just
go
good.
go ahead. Yeah, you know what? Just start. Is
Yeah.
there anything that's off limits?
There's nothing that's off limits. It's more of like, is there anything off limits for you? Because
Ooh.
am I allowed to, like, I came into this like, what version of myself should I be? Should I be more reserved, or should I say things like that are really messed up? Like, am I allowed to cuss?
I
Am
don't know.
allowed to-
Yeah, you could do whatever you want, man.
Okay,
The
cool.
only thing that I normally try to stray away from is using, like, if you work somewhere, just straying away from the name.
Okay.
So you could, like, I work at a restaurant, I serve tables. But
Got you. Yeah, no,
restaurant,
I don't
yeah.
give a fuck where
Yeah.
if my job finds out. So,
everybody at my
Yeah.
manager watches my podcast, so it's like,
Gotcha.
let's start talking shit right
Yeah.
now. He's like, oh no.
Yeah.
But dude, how you been?
Good. I just met you for the first time, and I already have trust in you because I asked if I could use the restroom, and you had to go check it first to make sure everything was set up well. And the reason I have trust in you is because you don't actually put your toilet paper on the roll. You put it on whatever's in front, so which is the shower. And I was like, okay, this guy's good. Like, I trust this guy.
You gotta have quick access.
Yeah.
When it's on the roll, it's too restricted.
No,
What if I need to throw it?
Yeah. No, you just don't conform to society, and that's why I trust you. So it doesn't go where it's supposed
It's just
to.
like you have something useful right there in front of you, but I'm just like, nah, fuck it. I'm doing it punk.
I do that, and then my girlfriend corrects it for me. But I feel like she likes to do that, so that's why I'm like,
yeah, that's why I always leave the seat up.
this guy gets it.
Yeah,
So,
we have to make them work for it.
for sure.
Because if they don't
Yeah.
work for it, then
Yeah.
what's this even about?
You're not getting
Through
the ring.
thick and thin.
If you don't put the fucking toilet paper on the roll, we're not getting married. So that's basically
Put
it.
my seat down.
Yeah.
That's-
So do you do comedy?
Yeah,
Oh, you do? Okay. So have you ever seen me out at like
the funny
Well,
bone.
Oh, you see me at the Funny Bone?
Yes, at the
Okay.
open mics.
Yeah, I really don't like talking to a lot of people. So if I've seen you, I probably
Yeah.
did not even notice that you were there because
Yeah.
I do my best not to talk to people.
And I think I've met you once out in person.
Okay,
like
got you.
face to face.
Okay, got you.
Because we have a mutual friend, Dusty.
Dusty, yeah, everyone knows
We-
Dusty.
Yeah.
He's like the master connector.
Dude, he is, dude.
Yeah.
He like used to do comedy, doesn't do comedy. I don't know what he does now. He just kind of hangs.
He's one of my really good friends because he's always down to do stuff. And it's hard to find friends like that. Like, I'm sure like EJ right here is like one of your good friends because he's
Yeah.
always down for something, so
Yeah.
it's good to have Dusty around.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, he's definitely a good time. Guys, fucking welcome to Help I'm High and Can't Get
Hey,
Down. We got
what's up?
Adam Little from A Lil Show.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
like,
you did it right, man. Usually people call me Ali, and I'm like,
you know
I
what?
look like the whitest dude you've ever met.
You know what, dude? But it's 2022. You can't really judge anybody
Yeah.
anymore.
True. I'm gonna name my son Daquan. How about that, in
Dude,
the
I've
future?
always thought about Tyrone.
Tyrone. Yeah,
Tyrone
that's good.
Sagittarius Sherman.
Nice.
I don't know why I've like just thought that was a good name. I just
Yeah.
think that I just think
Nice.
that's a good one.
But yeah, no, it's funny you got it right the first time, so that's good.
Dude, yeah, I was gonna say I kind of do a little bit of research,
Yeah.
before I just like, all right, I'm gonna have Adam on here. Adam, tell me about your drama show that you
Yeah.
have on Instagram.
Right,
tell
right.
me about
yeah,
it.
my drama show.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, man. No, it's cool you do comedy. I don't do stand-up comedy, so like everyone I hang out with does stand-up, and it's so cool to like see you guys do your thing because I don't do it. I just watch from afar. I really like watching people do stand-up, and I feel like people enjoy watching skits, so it's like a trade-off. I'm not trying to compete with anybody or anything, like any stand-up comedians, but it's really easy to collab with stand-up comedians because they have an idea for a bit they're going to do on stage, and they're like, oh man, I don't know if I could do it. Can we turn it into a skit? And that's where I come in.
I was actually gonna ask you about that because I mean, obviously there are like some jokes that could like translate really well into skits, but I feel like there are some jokes that or like ideas that come across in my head that I'm like, that would be a great ass skit idea, but like to make it a joke, like you know what I mean? Because like the point of a joke is like to try to boil everything down into like a few sentences to make a punchline and maybe a few tags, but it's like a skit. You could put stuff in the background and add like costumes, and you can like add those elements of like information that you really, if it's not super important, you couldn't really put it into a joke because it would just make it too bogged down. But if you do it in a skit, you can like, make it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I'd say the only similarity between the stand-up comedy world and like sketch comedy, besides the joke writing, would have to be the timing. So like you guys have timing to worry about when you're on stage. Like if you don't get your punchline off at a certain time, or if you don't do a certain movement at a certain time, it's not going to hit as well. And with editing skits, that's where timing comes in too. If you don't put the right clip in front of another clip or behind another clip or a certain effect there, it really messes up the whole funniness, if you will, of the skit. So I feel like that's the similarity between stand-up comedy and sketch comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense.
How old are you?
I'm 29. I'm about to be 30 in March.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Are you 29?
No, I'm 27.
Oh, okay.
But
Gotcha.
what I was going to say is, how long have you been doing this for? Because I've known about you since like around the pandemic, because that's when everybody started downloading everything and watching all those videos. So that's when I really got like a look at you.
Got you.
But how long?
What do you think of me when you first saw me?
I thought you were pretty funny.
Yeah?
I think.
I was talking like look wise.
Oh.
You think I'm cute or?
Yeah, I think you're like one of the. Oh, you know what? One of the videos that I remember very profoundly is the fucking trend that was happening where like the girls would be like sitting on the fucking on the door, and then they have like sweatpants and stuff on, and then you did it.
Dude, I can't okay, so I actually have relationships with meme pages now, so I understand why they do that. It's a whole nother topic we can get into about that.
Oh shit.
We'll save that for later if we can't think of anything to talk about.
Yeah.
But I was so tired of during the pandemic seeing that shit every single day. Not just that one, but there was one where like girls would put their asses in the air and be like beginner mode, advanced mode, and then expert mode, where they would arch their backs because they were trying to promote their OnlyFans pages. And I was like, dude, if I see another fucking one of these, I'm getting some girls' underwear and I'm putting it on and I'm doing the same exact thing. And I'm pretty sure I gave like half of the population of American men boners during the pandemic, and they didn't even know it was a guy until the very end. So I just can't, dude. It's just like they're doing it right now. I don't know if you've seen any of this stuff right now, but they're these girls who do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Nothing to say again about them, but they're putting on these fishnets and showing their titties. They're showing. I wanted to cuss so bad. They're showing their titties.
What was the cuss word?
The fucking.
I was like,
I feel so naughty.
No, I thought he was gonna say nipples, and I was like,
no.
oh no, dude, you can say nipples.
Fucking no, but they're showing their titties through these fishnets, and it's like, dude, my Instagram gets flagged and my TikTok gets flagged all the time. I'm not showing titties, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy,
dude. And the thing that really sucks about it is that like it just like pops up in your feed because like there is so many people like watching it here in America and like promoting like, oh, I just want to see girls just like, because like the ones that I see is just like girls just like,
dude,
they're just doing this, and it's just like 3 hashtags, and then you go to their page sometimes and there's just like the same post, and it's just like them doing the same thing,
making money, man,
dude. And it's sometimes it's not even, I feel like they're not even real.
Yeah. What, the titties aren't real?
No, the titties are real.
Oh, like they're NPCs?
Yeah, like they're people that aren't those girls.
Dude, you know what they remind me of? These kind of girls remind me of, you ever seen Austin Powers? Like the one where it's like all these, you know what I'm talking about? He knows what I'm talking about. Yes, dude, the fembots, dude. They literally remind me of that. I have no feeling. Just look at my tits. That's what they remind me of. So,
dude, didn't they have those in a Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, yeah, they did actually. That was a good movie, too. Yeah. Glad you brought that up. But no, to answer your question, man, I started doing skits like 3 years ago, like I'd say a year before the pandemic.
Okay.
And then me and a couple of my buddies, Kyle Dowdy, you know Kyle Dowdy.
Yep.
He got on with me and we all started making stuff. And then my best friend's girlfriend, who's now my best friend Taylor, who I say is my sister, not really. She started doing skits with me, and she's fucking amazing, dude. And then that's how we started. We just said, hey, you guys want to make some videos?
When you first, what was your very first skit? And like when you were coming up on like making it, how did you come up with that idea? Like when you're like sitting around and you're like, hey friends, because this is like a problem that I have, where it's like I have like skit ideas that I want to work out, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like you just don't know where to start. So it's like, how do you like sit down with a group of people and you're like, yo, let's make a skit.
Yeah. So I started in high school. That's how I learned how to edit. I was on news broadcast.
Okay.
And the first thing I ever made was something called the Freshman Hunt. I was like a junior, and they never put skits on the news. And I was like, it'd be so fun to put a skit on the news. So I asked the teacher if I could do that. She said, yeah, sure. So I put it on the news channel. And I just basically went around as the crocodile hunter hunting freshmen, basically. It was cringy, like if I were to look back on it, but like as a 16-year-old, you're like, oh my God, this is really good. So it kind of started there. I went to college for like 4 years, played baseball, and then I got out of college, and I was like, I don't want to do anything.
You're a baseball player?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I pitched in college and stuff.
Oh, shit, a pitcher.
But I got out of college, and I was like, I don't want to use my degree for anything because it sucks. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go into credit card debt. So I got a bunch of credit cards, and I bought camera equipment. And then I had a meeting with my friends, like you just said. I sat like 12 of my friends in a room. I made a presentation. I actually have a clip of it. And I said, hey, guys, I put like a little mini movie together, and I put like things that I got inspiration from, like interdimensional cable from Rick and Morty.
Oh, dude, love.
Dave Chappelle show, probably the reason I started making sketches in the first place. And then like, you know, Key and Peele, some of them are good, and Mad TV, and just like Workaholic, stuff like that. I put it all into a presentation in front of my friends, and I was like, hey guys, let's do this, you know. And not everybody like did it with me, but like it was just cool to have people there and who believed in the idea. And yeah, that's how it started. But the first skit I made after that meeting was, you ever seen those commercials with the lawyers who are like, it's my money and I need it now?
Yes.
That one. So me and my buddy Benny, we dressed up as a bear and then a bee. And he was on the couch.
Who was the bear?
I was the bear. He was the bee. The bear was the lawyer on TV, and the bee was watching the commercials, and it popped up as me like, it's your honey. Use it when you need it. You know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, it's my honey and I need it now. It was, I mean, it sounds like cringy funny, but it was cool.
Dude, no, I get it, man.
But,
I
yeah.
mean, literally the name of this podcast is Help I'm High and Can't Get Down. Literally
wow,
a
okay.
ripoff from Help I've Fallen and Can't Get Up.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the idea. So I get it. Yeah.
But no, ever since then, it's been fun, man. Like, we just make skits whenever we feel like it, and it is what it is. There's no pressure on anybody.
So what comes to you first? The punchline or the idea?
Good question. Sometimes it'll come based off of a joke, and then we'll revolve the whole skit around one or two jokes, and the rest of it's just improv. We just make sure to make those jokes, or punchlines, if you will. And then, yeah, there's some where I definitely have ideas for a skit, and then we'll build off of that. But I think the best skits come from just one or two jokes, and then you just build from there.
Okay.
As a base, because I love improv, and if you have funny people around you, I don't consider myself to be that funny. It's just I know how to edit videos to make myself funny. But my friends are hilarious, dude, and that's the best part. Is like we come up with an idea together, and then they improv, and it's just magic.
Well, like you also said too, it's like timing. So it's like even if you're like being a serious person, just like a serious answer at a correct time is just like can kill the room.
Yeah, for sure. I think having good funny people around you who know what funny is helps so much. Like I said, I have good ideas, but the skits won't be good unless the people who are in the skits are actually good. So, but yeah,
that's like something that I've always thought about, because my biggest inspirations, like the old SNL skits back when I was in high school, like
the good stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And then also, just like you said, Key and Peele, also Shane Gillis. He's also got that like Key and Peele vibe, like that Comedy Central like skit vibe that like I remember.
Yeah.
And it's like that's like the type of stuff that I really like, where it's like, you know, maybe like 5 minutes long, 6 minutes long tops, and it's like just good. You know what I mean? Just like funny. You know, I feel like a lot of the SNL stuff is kind of like, you know, it gets kind of cringy, and I feel like a lot of the other stuff is like also gotten that way too. Like, and I'm not just saying it's just them. Like, everybody's kind of falling into the trap, and I don't know what it is. But
you know what I think it is?
What is it?
I think people are afraid to get canceled nowadays, or afraid to get judged. But the whole reason behind comedy is to maybe bring some truth to light, and then also challenge your way of thinking. So, if you come to a comedy show expecting to be offended, why are you even coming? You know.
Yeah.
So I feel like SNL is like on the brink of trying to be what it used to be, but they're too afraid to commit to it. One thing that I like to do, well, I mean, I can only talk about my stuff because it's my experience, but the one thing I like to do with my stuff is like, here's the line, you know, of like being an idiot or being offensive, but like just like, you know, putting a foot over that line and like maybe coming back and putting a foot over that line. You don't want to fully cross it. But I feel like if SNL gets back to that, it would be really good.
Okay.
Like, just like, hey, I don't give a fuck what you think. This is what I think's funny, rather than trying to appease to the woke culture. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. So you do a lot of, you know, the video stuff and everything. Do you also have a podcast as well?
I don't have a podcast, and no offense to you or anything, but I just don't think that they're really appealing anymore. Like, I don't find myself watching any podcast. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
I will listen to audiobooks, though, so I guess that's a form of podcast, if you will. But no, I don't really watch podcasts. I don't really want one either, because I'd rather focus on the things that I'm good at, which is skit making.
Yeah.
Do I think I can make a podcast? For sure.
Yeah.
But I would want it to be very structured. I'd almost want it to be kind of like the Howard Stern show a little bit, because I feel like he's the one who pioneered podcasting. He's the one who made radio really popular. And he had people on his shows, like, they videotape people doing crazy shit. And that's what I would want on mine. Like,
kind of like an Eric Andre type.
Love Eric Andre.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm glad you brought him up. That's a good entertainer.
You know,
right
it's
there.
funny because and I don't know if this is just like my internal feelings about whatever. I hate some of his stuff.
Eric
like,
Andre's? His stand-ups?
No, I'm not. So, like, I like his stand-up's fine, and his show is fine. But the thing that I hate, like, prank videos.
Okay.
I hate people going out and doing stuff to other people that could potentially, like, get you hurt.
Yeah, so I agree with you a little bit. So I think people who do that to go viral on the internet are annoying. But
like,
Eric,
clip your fucking headphones. Here's an
iPod. It's the shock factor that gets the views, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense in terms of, like, making money or getting followers. But Eric Andre does it in a more tasteful way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. Prank stuff is like, okay, that's not my favorite either.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's better at it than a lot of people on the internet.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know if you can agree with me on that.
He's definitely. I feel like I liked his when he went over to the rally, when he was like fucking with the Trump guys and everything at the recent rally. Maybe you didn't see that one.
I don't
yet.
know. Maybe
Yeah, it was pretty funny, but I think he ended up getting escorted or whatever. But it's just
that.
That's like, it's like, whatever, it's tasteful. It's not like pushing anything. You're not like fucking anybody over. That's fine. I don't care about like. I've showed up to a protest dressed as Trump.
Okay.
So like I get it. Like I fucking understand, just like doing the whole thing.
What's your favorite genre? I know there's different genres for comedy, but like what's your favorite genre to talk about on stage? Or maybe if you want to make a sketch, like what's your favorite genre?
Interesting. I don't know. That's interesting. So
stumped him on this one, guys. He didn't expect this one.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I like talking about like family stuff.
Okay.
I feel like that's just because it's like it hits better for some odd reason. Probably just because it's like I know more about my family than I know about outside shit.
Okay.
But skit wise, interesting. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah. Have you ever done a skit?
I've never done a sketch at all. Yeah. So it's like it's on the list. We like there's like a lot of things that like I've wanted to start doing and everything, but it's like I said, it's like where do you start? Like where like how do you write a script? Or you said you guys revolve around like 2 jokes and improvise, which is something that I never even thought about.
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy how it works when you have all those minds in one room. My favorite.
How big is your team?
It's so fun. I want to call.
How big is your like your main squad? Like you can call them up, they'll be over.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Well, Kyle's in Texas now, but we're gonna consider Kyle still that because that's my dude. Like 6, 7 people.
That's a team.
Yeah, but the thing is, dude, is when you don't have money, it's so hard
to get people to come in.
Yeah, well, because people have their own lives,
Yeah.
Like I'm fortunate enough right now to where in the past year, my dad said I could stay at his place for free because he's never there. So I'm like saving all this money. I have all this free time. The more responsibilities you have, the harder it is to do outside stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I have 6 or 7 people who are always down, but it's hard to get them to get on the same page in terms of commitment. In terms of being consistent with things. Because my friend Taylor, the bald chick who's in my videos, the most talented person I've ever met in my life, but she has to worry about rent. She has to worry about this and that. So it's like, if she could just take a month off of work, if I could convince her, dude, she would be like further than anyone I know in terms of like success. And I'm not doing this to be famous or anything.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do this to like live a certain lifestyle, which is just to be comfortable and not have to worry about things.
I think that's the goal though. It's like I feel like I don't want like so much money that like I'm like millions of dollars or whatever sitting around, but like I definitely just want to like be able to do my passions and then make money off of that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's doable, especially with like with the way that they've been like monetizing reels and videos on YouTube and everything. I feel like, you know, it's definitely doable, especially for anybody who's like not even a creative, like just fucking learn how to like put some clips together.
Yeah.
That's what I've been telling everybody is like, yo, if you're just like a bartender, just take B-roll of
Yeah.
cutting fruit, some stupid shit. Cause
Yeah.
you know, you never know what you might say in conversation with somebody. You never know, you know, what the fuck happens, you know, and you can use that later for anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think,
I think that a lot of people are doing social media now for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
I think you should just do it if you really enjoy it, rather than look at it for the money or to get famous or whatever.
Yeah.
I do it because I love sketch comedy, and
I just hate social media.
yeah, dude. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship. Like, I know it's very toxic. I don't get on it much. I barely post anymore.
Yeah.
Because if I get too caught up in making videos consistently, then I get caught up in the comments. Then I get caught up in if I think it's actually funny or not. So it's just a deep rabbit hole you can go down.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that like, because like I liked watching all of that shit on TV because like that was like back when cable was huge.
Same.
As like, do you like, you wouldn't say that like TV or cable is like a form of social media, would you?
Not anymore.
Well, like like even in the beginning, do you think it was? Because it's like what? Because like I feel like I would feel comfortable still doing it on like television. You know what I mean? Or like where like people like go and like watch it or something like that. But it's like now everything's like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and it's like it's like cool to be on those things, but like I just like I said, I hate social media. So it's just like if I could just like post it in a spot where it's like I don't know, more like TV. I don't know.
Yeah,
cable?
there's so much content nowadays. It's like I don't really remember things as much as I used to when they were on TV. Like Dave Chappelle show, I remember every skit, but I can't tell you the last video I saw on Instagram that was like super funny. I mean, I'm sure I can go on tonight and laugh at something, but I don't remember. I don't remember skits like that other people do. Like, there's only a few that I've found on social media in the past few years where I'll go back to and watch, and those are the ones that I know are really good. So I think it's different than TV in that way. There's so much saturation in social media, you forget so quickly.
Interesting.
But TV, I wouldn't consider that social media because it's so ingrained in our brains now that it's like beyond it in a way.
I mean, everybody's still quoting Office shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's still quoting movies, you know, Step Brothers and all that shit. That's an interesting thought. I've never really thought about that because like when I think about right now, if I like thought about a skit, I'd have to like think of one of yours because I'm like, because you're right here in front of me. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I like.
No, and there's no offense taken to that, dude. It's just like I said, there's so many people out there doing content now, and it's so hard to remember the good stuff. Because you're just scrolling all day long. That's why I don't post that much. I'm very picky about what I post unless it's good, or what I perceive to be as good. But yeah, I think as long as you have a good time, you have the right motivations behind whatever content you make, that's better for your mental health.
What's the end goal for A Little Show? Is it like big studio making skits, or is it still just backyard shit?
For sure, that's definitely a goal of mine. But when I first started out, like I said, when I had a big group of people in a room, I told them that the goal was to make good stuff, number one. Okay, it has to be good. Number two, I love comedians and what they do, and I wanted A Little Show to originally be a platform for other comedians to submit their sketches to me, and then I pick the best ones, and then I reward good stuff. Like if you send me something that's good, I'm most likely going to put it out there. But
interesting.
It hasn't gotten to that point yet. But I eventually want that to be what it is. Like I'm just like kind of.
And you said you've been doing this for 3 years, then?
For like 3 years.
So that's still pretty new. Like you know, to like think about like really expanding into like accepting you know skits and then having to have somebody watch all of those skits. You know what I mean? Especially if you get to that point where you're getting, you know, who knows, like 100 submissions a month or something like that.
That'd be crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be fun too. Just because I love comedy, like I said. Oh man, I had a good thought. I can't remember now. I had a good thought. I can't remember.
Good thought. Come back.
We'll come back to it.
It will come back.
Content is oversaturated, but then again, you find your path and you stick to it for the right reasons, you know, you'll be happy at the end of the day, or at least peaceful. That's the goal.
Do you have a favorite skit?
Of mine? Or
like just in general? Like, is there like a skit, like when you think like this is the holy grail of skits? or sketches or whatever? Like,
Man, I feel like I need to watch more from TV days.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have to go with Chappelle's Show.
okay.
You know, like, I mean, Clayton Bigsby obviously is one of the greatest of all time. The Rick James stories, the Prince stories
Clayton
are
Bigsby, that's a good
phenomenal.
one, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just stuff like that. Storytelling, filmmaking, all put into one, which is stuff that's missing from social media nowadays. There are accounts who do it, but
Yeah.
they're not as popular as like just using your
Oh.
iPhone.
Yeah.
So I'd say those are probably top 10 for me. There's more that I'm sure I'm not thinking of. But yeah, those.
What's Adam Little's algorithm look like on TikTok?
Get shadow banned for everything I post, and then try and repost it every other week and still get it muted or deleted.
Dude, the mute thing is fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I said the word condom in a joke,
Mm-hmm.
and it got muted. I'm like, bro, it's a fucking word. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna kill anybody with
Yeah.
condoms from watching my fucking video.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening right now?
Yeah, I've gotten to the point now where every single time I post, no matter what it is, it automatically gets muted within the first minute or two, and then I have to
Wow.
appeal it. And most of the time, they're like, "Oh, we're sorry for muting your video. Here you go." And then the views are messed up and all that stuff.
Dude,
So
like, we literally were just having this conversation
Mhm.
last week because, like, this has been happening it just happened to him on his podcast,
Yeah.
and then it's been happening to, like, my comedy and my podcast account.
yeah,
And it's just like, dude, that first hour, 2 hours is like the most important
Mhm.
when you post,
Mhm.
especially if you're posting at the correct time. It's like that muted time
Yep.
is so lost. Like, I was telling him, like, I posted a video, it got muted. I noticed it within 20 minutes of it getting muted.
Mhm.
Appealed it, it got like reappealed, and then my manager, who like follows me or whatever, he's like, "Hey, I saw your video, but it didn't have any sound on it." I was like,
Interesting, yeah.
"Motherfucker!" I was like, "I just figured this out, and you already knew that it was muted." So
Yeah, it's a tough world out there, dude. They allow girls with fishnets to show their areolas, but you can't say the F word. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's insane. It really makes you not want to make content anymore.
dude, I know, it's just like, and that's like, how do you make content that like fits that and then also is still good?
Yeah. It beats me, dude. I can't answer that question. Most of my comedy, my genre style is more like sexual and like racial,
Yeah.
which, you know, stems from things like the Chappelle Show. But I love jokes that are that revolve around sex life or
Yeah.
you know racial comedy.
Dude, I
It's my
love
favorite.
that shit. Yeah.
It's my favorite. Just because it might make some people feel uncomfortable, but it like breaks down those barriers too. So that's why I like it.
I love that shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Mhm.
I feel like Instagram and Facebook are a little bit more like forgiving of that shit too. Like,
Instagram is not Facebook.
oh, really?
Instagram, yeah. Instagram's more. You're able to get away with more stuff on Instagram.
Okay.
YouTube, I don't know. I'm just now starting to get into YouTube.
I'm hearing that they're about to start like, you know, paying people for the shorts and stuff
Yeah,
like
they
that.
already do.
Oh,
I've gotten paid like the most I've ever gotten paid is $600 in a month, but that was from one of my videos, like getting a lot of views. But other than that, I might make it $50, $100 a
yeah.
month.
I was
but-
gonna say, like, I think that, like, you know, for creatives, this is like a really good like way to like really kind of get your foot
Mhm.
into breaking off of like your full-time job, going into a part-time
Mhm.
job, and then eventually going fully into your, like, you know, art. That's
Yeah.
like, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm just like, I just want to like get out of like this other thing, because I would rather struggle doing this than struggle being miserable,
Yeah.
getting yelled at by customers all the time. It's like, I need my ranch.
Yeah.
And it's like, we don't have ranch. It's like,
Dude, you know what's helped me in the past couple months is, you know, I quit bartending.
Okay.
I do maybe concert venues sometimes I bartend, but
Okay.
because it's good money.
yeah.
But I've gotten away from bartending for that exact reason, dealing with people's energy. You know, it really brings you down. Or if you're not able to deflect it,
Yeah.
it can bring you down. But the thing that's helped me is fasting every month, because I spend less money, and that's like the more I fast, the less I have to work, and the better I actually feel. So it's like I'm able to do more content now. It's crazy.
Whoa,
just
whoa,
how much
whoa,
money
whoa,
you
whoa.
spend on.
All right, let's talk. This is some Joe Rogan experience shit
Oh,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to talk about my fasting. All right, what's
Well,
up?
because it's just like, what do you really want out of, you know, making content? What I want, like you asked me earlier, is
to be hungry?
yeah, sure,
Just
to
like-
keep that hunger going. But I eventually want my own sketch show with my friends, you know, and I want them to be comfortable and myself to be comfortable. I don't want a lavish lifestyle. I just want to do the things that I enjoy with the people I enjoy being around. So I know this is like far right field, but I fast because it teaches me emotional balance. It teaches me how to deal with the hard situations that your life can go through.
While
and
also
so, yeah,
being hungry, which is like,
exactly,
well,
yeah.
that's a strength.
Yeah.
'Cause
Look at me, dude. Do you want to have your ribs showing every time you take off your shirt? Follow my path.
What do you
eat? I'm a vegan, so I eat pretty healthy. I don't eat a lot of cooked foods. If I do, it's like rice,
Okay.
lentils, beans, and shit like that. But I eat normal stuff. I don't eat tofu or anything like that. Except if I'm traveling, unfortunately, because it's like hard to eat healthy when you're on the road. But me and my girl cook. We fast like 1 to 2 days, maybe 3 days a week, where we don't eat anything. We save a lot of money, and again, it teaches you emotional balance.
Wait, say that again. How long do you go for?
So I'll at least do 1 day a week where I don't eat anything.
Okay.
And then when we're really feeling like we're really weighed down, have a lot of stuff going on in our colon and intestines, we'll go 3 days. And it feels really good. Yeah. The first couple weeks, 3 weeks you do it, you are irritated, because you're not used to it. But after like the first 3 months that we did it, it's like normal life to us now.
So when you say a day, is that like full 24 hours? Like, are you like strict about it? So it's like, all right, 11 o'clock, I just ate my last thing. I'm not going to eat anything until at least
11 o'clock the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, we do teas. We make our own herbal teas. I'm really big into that. And then coconut water and just regular water with limes in it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Key limes. And then
you're one of those guys.
Yeah, dude, I really take it serious. Look, so I really don't like existing in this reality too much, okay? It's not really my favorite. I don't like the ego, dude. And so the thing that helps me is, I say these things to my friends and they're like, if you don't want to be here, why do you care so much about eating healthy? Well, the only answer I have for you is when I grow older, I don't really plan on having children, you know what I mean? If I do, it'll happen if it happens. Yeah. I mean, kids are cool. But I don't plan on having children. So I'm eating healthy because I don't want to be 90 years old having to rely on somebody else. I know 90-year-olds, 100-year-old people, not very many, who are very healthy, who live the lifestyle that I live, and they're not reliant on anybody else. Maybe to go drive or something, maybe. But they're very healthy, and like if you take care of your body now, you won't have to suffer more. Because I do believe that we suffer a lot through this life. So eating healthy helps with that.
It's super crazy because I feel like as I'm getting older, it is super crazy to see the amount of like super fit like 70-year-olds, like the amount of like 70-year-old people who are like, yeah, I just got done running 5 miles, and I'm like, what? Yeah. It's like I can't even run 5 miles, bro. Like what the fuck? I was like,
I think there has to be a balance, right? Like I don't really work out a lot. I played sports my whole life, so I've gotten an edge.
Yeah, a lot of metabolism wise and everything. And
like I don't work out a lot now, just because I don't think heavy weights are really good for your body. But I eat really healthy, so it's like I don't have to work out as much, because But eventually, I'll have to start working out when I'm older. You know what I mean, to like keep my muscles in shape. But
exactly, because it's like I feel like that's interesting. That's crazy. So you vegan. Fast and so you said you only do 3 days or you do 2 or 3 days if you guys are feeling like super bogged down.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I did 4 days one time. We want to do a retreat next year where it's like these retreats you can go to outside of the US, where you basically water fast for like 2 weeks to 3 weeks. And that's real. I feel like that would be super fun. I know it sounds crazy,
Whoa, no. But it's just like, it's crazy just because that's a hard thing to do. Yeah. Like, I couldn't even imagine. Like, I've gone like a day without eating, you know what I mean? Because I feel
probably because you forgot to, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I view eating the same way I view like anything else, like the oversaturation of social media. If you're on it all day, you're going to have a negative effect from it. Well, usually. If you eat too much, you have a negative effect from it. So just like you need a break from work, your body needs a break from eating. If you don't ever give your digestive system a break, you're going to pay the repercussions. If you work too much, you're going to be depressed and probably fucking kill yourself, bro. You know what I mean? Like, well, man, that's extreme.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's
shitting your brains out or shooting your brain. You know what I mean? It's like either way, it's happening.
So I know I went like far right, left,
he was like,
left field.
He's like, you're going to die if you keep working. You need to eat more kale.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's crazy. No, that's nuts. I have never done anything like that. I think the craziest I guess like I wouldn't say it's crazy, but like closest thing to like something like that I've done is like I tried to do like a whole week without talking.
Okay.
And that was very difficult.
Dude, that's cool.
I made it 5 days.
You didn't say a single word for 5 days? That's really cool, though.
It was hard.
I've talked to my girlfriend about that, like feeling like I give my energy out to too many people all the time, and talking is a form of energy, so that's really cool. I should try that.
I'm
really
somebody who talks all the time, so it was like one of those things that like once I stopped talking, everybody noticed. And actually like it was really stressful because like I was still doing things. So I was like going out on walks with my friends and stuff like that, and
it's fucking awkward. Yeah. It's like
my friend was like, Eddie, I just want my friend back.
Yeah.
And his wife was like, no, Eddie, just you're almost there. Just keep it going. And I was like, he was just so sad.
But did you feel like you wanted to talk though? Or did you feel okay with not talking?
I actually at that point I was like, okay. It was fine. It was because I feel like when I'm at home, I like talk to myself, but I'm not like talking vocally. You know what I mean? I'm talking in my head. So it's like I could just do that all day.
Yeah.
And if I could just talk to people like that, I'd just do that.
Yeah.
But like it's just you realize how much you actually don't really even need to say a lot of the time.
Yep.
You know, if you show intention with movement and everything, and you have correct body language, you can typically like show people what you want or whatever without having to actually like say words.
And the way you're talking right now, you should really give fasting a go. I'm serious, man. You should
try it out.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like you have the discipline to try it out.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. I mean,
who knows?
If you don't talk for a whole 5 days, like that just shows you right there that you have discipline and you can overcome some hardships.
True. That was so fucking hard. I can tell you. Even like with my dog at the house, it was just like, hey, little baby. Yeah.
You just say that shit?
Just shut the fuck up. Just stop barking.
Yeah.
Like what's happening right now? Dude, that's crazy. You have any animals?
I love cats to death, man. I love cats. I love animals too. I'm not vegan because I love animals though. I'm vegan because like the way the animals are treated.
Dude,
here.
I love how we talked about animals and he went straight back into
I mean,
that's
like,
what vegans do. They're just like, we're going down this road. He's like, wait a minute, we're driving a Jeep.
No, I love animals. Dude. Cats are my favorite though. I want a cat, but not right now. I'm never.
Dude,
home.
I love how that was like a long-winded answer to say no.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. It's but
that was amazing.
But that's the thing, dude. I told you at the beginning of this, I don't really talk to a lot of people.
That's crazy.
And then once you're on a podcast, it's
you're good.
Kind of playing a character almost.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I want to be the enlightening Adam?
Dude.
Or do I want to be a dude that says pussy and dickhole the whole time?
I had a friend show up as a character. He like literally showed up with sunglasses, a scarf. He was pretending.
That's funny.
His name is Jack Walbridge. Very funny guy. He's a musician, but like, dude, like he does that shit all the time. Like he and his band, my old roommate, they went to like this festival thing where they had to like do an interview, and they did that same getup.
Nice.
They had the turtlenecks, the black turtlenecks, sunglasses. They were acting super posh. They were just like, it's like, where's the sparkling wine? It's like, where is it?
Yeah.
It's like,
that's good.
Yeah, it's very funny. But like that's like the type of stuff that I wish I was more comfortable with. Like I told you, I did that one protest. There was like a protest, and I had planned on doing skits as Donald Trump for a while because he was like super hot, and I was like, I'm gonna try it out.
Pause. You said he what? He's super hot. What did you say?
Yeah, okay. Donald Trump is very hot.
You got that on camera, right?
Yeah. We'll make sure we
gay.
Cut that out. Gay. Fucking love that DT. You know what I mean?
So he's super hot. You're trying to go as him to protest.
He was like online. He was just like blowing up. So I was like, I need to do some shit. And Eric Andre and that type of shit, that was like pushing me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna dress up and go out as Donald Trump. And there was a protest happening. I went. That was like the most outlandish thing that I had done up to that point. Oh, very. Because I didn't know what the response was going to be. Because it's like, one, you're showing up dressed as Trump. So it's like, if I like him, I don't like him that much. Because it's like, if I liked him that much, I wouldn't even like do that. You know what I mean? But it's like, are people going to beat me up because I am dressed as Trump? Like, what are you doing here? Like,
What protest did you go to doing that?
It was... they had just killed Soleimani.
Okay. And
it was on High Street and Broadway.
Okay.
Right in front of the Kroger. And dude, it was crazy.
Wow.
It was nuts.
Did you get any good content out of it?
I got the one video, and I got like one good clip where I was like talking to a cop. A cop was like videotaping me, and then some guy was like, "Oh, look at this cop," and I was like, "Oh, great people." It's like, "How many black people have you shot today?"
Oh
and everybody just went nuts.
You said that?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah.
I was just like, but that's I like that type of comedy, but it's like trying to do that out. I didn't have a camera person because it was so last minute. Everybody's like, "I'm not going." Like,
really?
Dude, they were so scared.
Go with you?
Yeah, everybody was scared.
So did you get on audio or something?
No, I videotaped it myself.
Oh, okay. Gotcha,
so I just like kind of like I don't.
That's
know.
brave, dude. Yeah, I've done one thing like that. I went to a rally. It was like the Democratic debate in 2019,
Dude.
right before the election. Nice. I went as like a country character. His name's John Doe, and he's a hillbilly. He's a progressive hillbilly, though. Like, it's a contradiction in one person. So I went there, and I make fun of both sides. I think it's so fun because they actually think that these presidents care about them. So yeah, I made fun of both people, and it's very nerve-wracking. So kudos to you for doing it, especially without somebody. Because I had two guys with me helping me film, and I also had a girl with me. But that's nerve-wracking doing it by yourself. I don't know if I would.
Dude,
so.
well, and that's like kind of like when I think about it, it's like, oh, that I can do it. Mm-hmm. It would just be more comfortable if I had somebody behind the camera, because then I could get more into character. And obviously if somebody's going to like do something, then I can like defend myself. But like for the most part, most people were very receptive. Like it was like they were like, at first, like people were like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And then people started like chilling out a little bit. I would say that there was like maybe a small group of people like that were like not down for it. I also was just like speaking over whoever was on the megaphone. I was just talking so loud that it was louder than the megaphone. She had to come up to me and say, "Yo, can you stop? Because they can't hear me." And I'm just like, shit, maybe you should be louder on a megaphone, you fucking twat.
Nice, dude. I love that, man.
Kudos it was scary.
Kudos to you.
Yeah, it was definitely scary. Yeah, and then I ate Donato's afterwards, so it was great. It was fucking great.
Had to add that in. That's a plug. Donato sponsor him.
Yeah, dude, sponsor me, please. Give me free shit. No, dude, but yeah, because that's actually how I found out. I was like going to get the pizza. Traffic was crazy, and I'm like, bro, it's like 4 o'clock. What the hell is happening? I was like, oh, people are standing in the middle of the road because some guy over here died. It's like, what are you doing right now?
Wow.
Like I love a good protest, but like. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I get my pizza.
I think protests are so funny. You know what
I
mean?
They can be.
You know, this might be insensitive, but you think you're going out there to cause some change, but you're actually doing absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, I used to be very passionate about politics and, you know, standing up for what I believe is right, morality, standing up for things that feel moral to me, but then you realize that everything's run by corporations and they don't give a fuck about you. You know, the people who are in office really don't give a fuck. So it's so funny to me that people are that fired up over something when nothing ever changes. So
and they're all wearing all the corporations that are like literally fighting against them. It's like Nike and everything. It's like, fuck you guys.
It's pure comedy.
It's great. It's definitely one of those things that like, I don't know. There's definitely a better way to get the message across. That's why I like doing things behind the scenes. It's like, if you're going to make change, do it yourself. You know what I mean? Like, help people who need the help yourself. Because it's like, if you have the means to do so, like, why stand on the side of the road when you could literally be in like the disaster area of whatever you're trying to like fix or do? So
sounds like a Michael Jackson quote, dude. Look at the dude in the mirror. Look at the man in the mirror. You know? You're
that man. Make the change in your life. Sure. Let's see. So you do, have you ever thought about doing, this is something I've asked.
No, I don't, I'm not a fan of anal.
Okay.
What about? I actually had my girlfriend lick my ass the other day. First time ever. My legs were like this, you know, like that position. So I was kind of like. You
were laying down?
I was like, she was like, "Are you ready for this?" And I was like, I was born for this. Okay. So I put my legs like this. And once my legs went back, I was like, oh shit, I'm a female right now. So I was like, as she was eating my ass, I was like, "You fucking like you fucking little fucking ass, huh?" No, just kidding. No, but dude, she went down on my butthole and it felt kind of good.
Did you know that was going to happen? Like, is that a conversation beforehand?
Yeah, we talked about it.
But is it like the day of? It's like in the morning, like, hey, I'm going to try to eat your butt tonight. Make sure it's nice and clean.
No, but we talked about it plenty of times before the day it actually happened. So the day it actually happened was at nighttime, and I made sure to like wipe my ass really good in the shower, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if I took a shit but when I got in bed, we were, you know, fooling around, and I was like, you want to like, I don't know, lick my butthole? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, cool, because I just cleaned it. And she was like, oh, awesome. And she had never done it before, so it was our first time. Anyways, What was the question you were about to ask?
I was going to ask you. No, I was going to ask. Have you ever thought about like going outside of like like the live skits? Have you thought about like doing animation or anything?
Like cartoons?
Yeah.
No, the only thing I've ever talked about animation-wise was with Jason Banks. He's like pitching these ideas for an animated show. So that's kind of the only conversation I've had around animation. But no, I've never really wanted to do anything like that. I'd rather do real life people sketches. Yeah.
Because I know that you said something about interdimensional cable being like a super huge inspiration.
Just the way that it like transfers from skit to skit.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I feel like it's really
good,
creative. Yeah.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Because I actually, from interdimensional cable, I came up with like a cartoon idea.
Oh, nice.
That I thought would be like awesome to like have like a crossover at some point, if ever like, you know, caught wind or whatever.
Okay, I'm Hulu. You pitch it. I'm Mr. Hulu.
All right, Mr. Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cartoon. Don't steal this, by the way. I have all the ideas. Teeth detectives.
What does that mean? Teeth detectives?
Yep. So think CSI, Law and Order, but instead of people, they're teeth.
You got me. We're signing the deal.
Dude, hell yeah, dude.
That's
fucking
good. I like that.
Detective Moeller, bro.
You wanted to cross that into a real life?
What? No, I want it into interdimensional cable.
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
it like being like
Fast-paced.
they're flipping, they're just like flipping through on Rick and Morty, and then they just see that cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because it's like a weird idea. It's like teeth people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the canine teeth would be like the villains and stuff.
Dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Dogs
nice.
and cats. And
nice.
Then you have like the molars and incisors. Those are like the people. Like Dennis Moeller. He's the main character.
Oh, you've already thought of this.
Dude, I have definitely put a lot of work into it.
If you put a script out in front of me right now, I will sign you. All right, I'm not Mr. Hulu anymore, but that was a good idea.
Yeah. I have two cartoon ideas that I like. I've done a lot of stuff, and I've tried to figure out like what medium I want to be in, because I feel like I definitely like art. I definitely like comedy, and I really love comedy movies. So like Will Ferrell, Steve Carell, fucking Jonah Hill, Zach Galifianakis.
Great actors,
like
for sure.
So like all those people have really like shaped who I am as like a comedian, in the sense of like that's how silly I want to be. But at the same time, it's like I also have like, you know, music side where it's like Tenacious D, Jack Black, Weird Al. By the way, I was like looking at pictures of you.
Here it comes,
Why didn't they pick you?
Oh,
they picked Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Weird Al, you fucking bitch of a dad. He is my dad, by the way. Everyone thinks he's like this good guy, you know, but he fucked my mom back when I was like 3 years old, and that's how I became. I'm just kidding, dude.
he's my dad.
No.
He fucked my mom when I was 3.
No, dude, listen. When he announced that Daniel Radcliffe was playing him in a movie, I was furious. Actually, that's the first time I've been mad in a while. Like how in the world could you pass up on me? Look at my hair, first of all.
Yeah.
Hey,
you literally look like him.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I messaged him multiple times, even like before the movie came out, saying I would love to play you in a movie one day. I also made a skit like 2 years ago pretending to be his son who turned into a rapper who has a problem with making parody songs because it's in my blood. So the fact that he didn't
Dude,
see
what?
that. Yeah.
I haven't seen that
it's
one.
all right, I'll send you some stuff, dude.
Oh
but
my God.
The fact that he didn't see it, number one. Number two, he didn't even acknowledge my messages. Like, dude, you're not a nice guy. Okay, you're not a no. He's probably a really nice guy.
I don't know.
I've heard he's the nicest guy ever.
I haven't seen the movie, but it looks like he had a little bit of a rough time.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Weird Al has like been promoting it as like he did fucking amazing.
Yeah. No. Like I think like I didn't watch the movie,
Yeah.
so I can't really actually like everything that I'm saying is bullshit right now.
Okay.
But I could have swore like in the trailers like they showed like a little bit of like a spout of like maybe alcoholism, like he was like getting a little too hard in the partying when he got like big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he definitely fucked my mom.
Probably,
Sure.
yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know.
Never cartoons.
I'm actually kind of pissed about it, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
But Daniel Radcliffe,
Yeah.
fucking. I mean, he's got darker hair, so I mean, yeah.
Dude.
What nationality are you?
Yeah, do I not look white to you?
No, like
Okay.
what kind of white?
Oh, like what kind of white? For sure.
he's like white. He's like, I'm from the nation of white.
God, I sounded so stupid.
I'm from.
I don't know. I think my mom said she's Irish.
Okay.
She's super pale.
Okay.
And then my dad is German and Czech.
Okay.
So, but like not a lot of Czechoslovakian.
You have very curly hair.
Turkish. He has an afro. My dad's the only white dude I know with an afro. I know there's more out there, but I've never seen him.
Okay.
Like back in the day, he had an afro. And, people thought that he was like half black and shit, which is super
Interesting.
cool.
Interesting.
Because like I can say like I'm a quarter. So.
Dude, when my hair gets super curly, like I'm just like Polish, like
Okay.
mostly. So I think my grandma has like very curly hair and stuff like that. But like
You look like a dirty Viking. That's what you look like the Viking that wasn't invited
into Vikings.
Yeah.
Like Viking.
Well, you weren't allowed to go on the raids. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah. You look like they were like,
a narc.
just, dude, stay back and
Yeah,
just
dude. Yeah, just
take care of the chickens.
yeah.
And shit,
Watch the doc
Yeah.
for us, dude. Like just chill out here.
You're like,
yeah.
oh man, you guys fucked how many girls?
Dude,
Oh.
what? Dude,
Yeah.
dude.
That's you. Sorry. Sorry.
Just every hole drilled, they come back as just like a woman.
Yeah.
They've had sexual relations with.
But yeah, I think that's what I am, white wise.
White wise,
Mhm.
you're the Viking with holes drilled in his horns.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
Dude, nice insult. No, but I get that all the time where people are like, are you something else?
Mhm.
Like, I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're just like guessing. I've gotten Asian. I've gotten fucking
Asian.
yeah,
Okay.
Lebanese. I've gotten fucking Brazilian.
Okay.
Like
I
work
can see some Latino in you for sure.
a little bit
Yeah.
until you hear me talk, and
Okay.
then you're like, yeah, he's definitely white.
Polish, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one you guessed too.
Yeah.
They're like, he definitely looks like he needs to be trampled.
Yeah.
Just like demolished right
What
now.
about you, EJ? What kind of white are you?
Yeah, what kind of white are you?
Okay.
He's
yeah.
got no
That's
hair,
a
so
great
it's hard to
answer.
tell. Yeah, he's got no hair. He's got glasses though. That's
Mhm.
fine. So when did you decide to grow out the hair? How long have you had the hair?
Almost 8 years. I decided to grow out because I thought this one dude on my baseball team looked really cool. I also had this mustache at the time too, and I was like, man, I feel like I don't look as cool. But if I had his hair plus the mustache, you know what I mean?
It works.
Appreciate it. Thank
It
you.
works.
My girlfriend hates it right now.
You go sometimes without it, right?
Yeah, I've had it for like the past 4 months.
Okay, because I feel like I've seen you with and without.
Mhm.
So
only because I think it's fun. You know what I mean? It's fun to like curl them up. But I actually grew it out for a TV show that I was just in Texas. And
oh shit.
I was like, do you guys want me to keep the mustache or no? They were like, yeah, fucking keep it. It looks cool. So, yeah, that's why I have it right now. I was filming a TV show out there. I played a crazy computer hacker.
Oh wow.
It's a comedy though, so it was
Okay.
fun. You know Henry Allen?
Yeah.
He went with me.
Oh hell
He
yeah.
went with me,
Hell yeah.
Helped me with my character and stuff.
Okay,
It was
because
fun.
yeah, I know that you guys also I don't know you guys were doing like a documentary.
Oh
out
yeah,
there
you know
too?
about that. So yeah, the first documentary I started filming was in California back in June, and it was about the power that meme pages have over our culture.
Wow.
So I met a lot of meme lords, if you will, and I found
Office workers.
I
and
found out a bunch
children.
Yeah, I found out a bunch of stuff that they didn't really want to discuss on camera, which sucks because like that's the
Whoa,
good,
really?
that's the good stuff. That's the juicy stuff that you want in a documentary. But I was like, all right, what's more worth it? A relationship with these people who control the culture, or exposing things that they don't want necessarily to be out there? Not about like them personally, but just about the meme world. So yeah, I decided to like ex-nay that. So I still have a relationship with them, which is cool because like if I come out with like a viral type video, I have people that I can submit my videos to, and it's easy. But so I ex-nayed that, and then we decided why not do a documentary on how to become an OnlyFans girl. So since I had the long hair and like I'm super feminine, I decided I'm gonna try and become an OnlyFans girl. And so we interviewed a girl out there while we were out in Cali, and I was like, okay, let's keep going with this because this is good stuff. I'm not gonna tell you what I did. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
So I ended up hitting up a bunch of OnlyFans girls, and I interviewed some from Texas. I interviewed an OnlyFans guy, and let me tell you, bro, these interviews are fucking amazing. Like they're so good. I'm in the middle of editing them right now. So
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
there's that documentary, How to Become an OnlyFans Girl, and then before that, I filmed my first mockumentary, How to Become a Vegan Rapper, because I made a vegan rap song with a rapper named Dizzy Wright like 2 years ago. He's do you remember Hobson?
Yeah.
Remember Hobson? Yeah. Well, he was like with Hobson and all them, and I always thought Dizzy was like the illest rapper out of all of them. So I knew he was vegan. I hit him up. I was like, "Yo,
A vegan rap song.
yeah, let's make a vegan rap
So
song."
does that mean that it's not actually rap?
No, it is a rap song, bro. Like honestly,
It's got fake
when I
bars.
tell you that I should have been Weird Al Yankovic, I should have been Weird Al Yankovic. It's actually kind of good. Like I don't take music seriously, but I'm
Yeah.
okay at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made a vegan rap song. I have a whole mockumentary that I'm editing right now. So I've been in the mode of like making long form stuff. It's been fun.
Okay, yeah.
I'm surprised you heard about it. How'd you hear about it?
Dusty.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I was gonna say because he said that you guys were doing a documentary. Damn. So how to become an OnlyFans girl?
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of idea like when like any of these will be released at all?
Yeah, probably January. I just need.
Oh
to,
shit, that's soon.
Yeah, I need to get
both
on
of
it,
them
man.
or just the one?
Probably the vegan rapper first.
Okay.
I need to get on it, man. Like, I've just been really unmotivated lately, and I would really
Everybody.
Like,
Yeah.
well, I would just like the whole thing you brought up earlier about having a team. Like, you need people to help keep you accountable. Not that you need it. It helps. Like, and I have a problem with staying consistent with my editing. You know, that's all.
I feel it, dude.
I just need somebody to be like, hey. Stop working and edit. So that's why I quit bartending, so I can like actually do this and like go full time with it. So
hell yeah, dude. Let's see. Damn, we've been talking about so much shit.
No, it's all good, bro.
Dude.
It's all good. What do you want to do? I didn't mean to shit on podcasts earlier.
No.
But it's not that I don't like them. It's just I don't find myself watching them. Like, what makes you interested in keeping this going?
So the thing that I like about podcasting is that it's I really like to network. So this is like a huge way for me to like, you know, it would be very hard for me to just hit you up and be like, hey, Adam, can I just like come and hang out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then it's like, oh, well, it's like, you know, I'm busy or like, you know, I already have too many people. And so it's like a lot easier for me to be like, hey, Adam, come over and talk about your shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Fair
and
enough.
so then, and not just that, but then it's also like, there's a lot of people who, you know, might not know about you. Or I think that a lot of people also just like listening to people who do shit.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of people don't. And those are the people that listen to podcasts.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're listening, you know what I mean? It's like you're not a true crime detective, so that's why you're listening. You know what I mean? I'm sure detectives aren't going home and listening to, you know, unsolved murder mysteries.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're trying to solve them. But like,
what a waste of time. Okay, yeah. That's funny, man.
But you know, but
that's a good way to put it then. I think that's a great way to market yourself or to network.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dusty does it through other ways.
Yeah,
but you're just another form of Dusty, but just, you know, doing it a different way. That's good.
Well, and it's also a lot of people are like, oh, a podcast, like it sounds cool, so like they're really like a lot of people are like, yeah, let's do it. So it's like they think it's like a lot more special than it actually is. I'm just like, I just want to talk to you dude, and just hang out.
Well, dude, I'm glad you hit me up because first of all, I don't know why people are afraid to hit me up. They're like they act like, dude, I'm just a regular human being. You can hit me up anytime.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. It's
actually crazy because I really don't. I guess I'm starting to feel that way about like Jason Banks, but like I would say that you were you're the first like local celebrity that that I've seen that I'm like I was like and it's not even like I'm afraid. It's like because I'm in show business, I get it. It's like you don't want people just like walking up to you and be like, oh, Adam talking to me about like posting videos. What kind of hashtag should I use? Like, how do you edit? Like, what software? You know what I mean? It's like you're out doing shit. You're out at a comedy show. You're not like trying to like do all that shit right there. You know what I mean? You might chop it up for like a little bit, but it's not like what you're there to do.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a respect thing. It's like I don't want to like bug you or bug people when you're just out and about.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I've always been receptive to other people's ideas and opinions. Yeah, no, it's good that you hit me up because I've been in the social media game for like the past 3 years. I've been on the other end of that where I have hit people up, get no response. You know what I mean? People who I think are actually funny.
Yeah.
And they don't respond to you, and it's like, oh, okay, fucking never gonna reach out to anybody ever again. So I get it. But yeah, no, dude, anybody who has ideas, like, I love when they come to me to talk about it. It's just if I can make it into a skit or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a few skit ideas that I have that I've always like wanted to work out. So maybe I'll toss you some of them and see like what we could do with them.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was gonna say, man, like it's just like one of those things. It's like you see people out there, they're kind of big. You're like you know what I mean? Because I feel like people who are just like oblivious are like, I'm gonna run up to him and be like, oh my god, you're Adam Little, oh my god, oh my god, you're so hot.
That's
like,
how they sound too.
Yeah, that's exactly how they sound. But like I said, it's just like a respect thing. It's like same thing with people. I work at the Funny Bone, so it's like same thing with comedians when they come in. It's like not all of them. It's like you're working. It's like but like you don't want to be like just like explaining to everybody because everybody asks the same exact questions. Oh, how'd you get started?
Yeah.
Like what's your favorite comedian outside of your? You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
Let's
working. Skip all that and let's do something. Yeah, let's skip all that and let's make a skit.
Exactly.
That's my shit.
Dude, interesting. So that's great. Yeah. So if you guys have skit ideas, fucking you have permission. He just gave you permission.
Yeah,
you guys have fasting ideas, like.
And fasting ideas. But I mean, not every time somebody comes up to me with an idea. I actually like a majority of the stuff that people say to me. But again, it's hard to do shit when I'm usually the one behind the camera. And then teaching people what shots to get. Like, I don't have a crew. Like, I just do this.
How did you learn all that?
Watching videos and just doing it myself. Honestly, watching movies and skits that I really like, and then just trying to do the same thing. Kind of like copying a formula almost.
Ooh, okay.
So the way that I edit is like, or the way that we do skits is how I see it edited, which is actually really fucking hard. And it only happens like 20%, 25% of the time.
How you see it edited, like in your mind?
That way, and it actually becomes that. So it's really hard. But if we can film a skit exactly that way, I'm going to do my best to do it. But then I have to consider, am I acting in this? I have to consider other people's acting and direct them. I'm not a professional actor.
Have you ever thought about doing movies?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I want to act and stuff, but
make your own movies?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have a couple things that are in the works with Henry Allen right now.
Sandler, now Adam Little.
Yeah, hey, there you go.
There you go.
But yeah, I just like the whole process. It's very frustrating, but it's very rewarding and it's fun.
So, because like the thing that you're describing is like that director's vision that they have in their head, and I'm just like, damn. Because like I have that shit, like with like the skits and everything that I like have, like, but it's like I don't know how to accomplish it. It's like it's like almost like looking at like a giant math problem, and I'm just like, well, I stopped taking calculus, you know, so I'm just like, this is where I'm at.
The hardest thing about skit making is the more people you have, the harder it is. Because in my world, like I said, I'm doing the directing. I'm teaching people what to say, how to say it, when to say it. I'm also going back to the script, looking at that. I'm also editing, so I got to shoot it the way I see edit. I got to teach the person who's holding the camera how to do everything. So the way that I found out the directing is hard is I had like 12 to 15 people want to shoot one time. It was the first time I'd ever done it, but I was like acting in it as well. The hardest thing I've ever done, man, because you're just so overwhelmed because you have to think about all those things, and then you get back to the editing room and you're like, I missed everything. Like I didn't do any of the things that I thought I was gonna do. So it's hard. It's hard as fuck. Yeah, it's easier when you have a smaller group of people.
So Adam, do you have like a website or anything that you have to promote or anything? Or?
No, I mean you can just find me on Instagram if it doesn't get deleted again. A little show on everything like on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. But yeah, dude,
hell yeah! Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate you. This is fucking great.
We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, dude.
I'll come on as a character next time. How about that,
dude? Yeah. Yeah. Well, dude, this could be like a Duncan Trussell, Joe Rogan
thing.
Hell
yeah,
it's
dude.
like
you look like fucking Duncan Trussell.
Dude, I get so many fucking people. John Travolta. When I have short hair, I have Jonas Brothers, Property Brothers.
Okay.
I just got Justin Long the other day.
Okay, I can see that.
Dude, just like
I can see that.
Every fucking white guy.
Just all those guys fuck each other. And they
exactly. And then there it is. It's me. I'm that baby.
Cool.
Yeah. Guys, this has been Adam Little from A Little Show. You guys can check him out on Instagram, TikTok. We'll put fucking links in the description. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys next episode.
Thanks.